y'all doing out there? We are using StreamYard today because I just feel like using StreamYard today. What's up, you guys? I am sorry for my tardiness. I had to go get me run out and go get me a little Arizona, not an Arizona. I got a what do I get? A monster drink. I want to say shout out to everybody in the chat. I want to say welcome to all the new subscribers out there that have been subscribing to our channel. We are 5, 6, 7, 8, about 400 subscribers away from 18, about 2,000 subscribers away, right? 18, 19, 20, about 3,000 subscribers away of reaching our goal of 20,000 subscribers. And when we reach that goal, we will add another moderator. Now, let me say this before we get started. You don't have to email me to become a moderator. You don't have to DM me to become a moderator. I handpick the moderators. And one of their criterias uh, is you be in the chat, you interactive in the chat, just being interactive in the chat. Okay, I can't pick if I don't see you, but if I see you all the time, interactive in the chat, you give a good vibe, you know what I'm saying, I will pick you to be a moderator. I don't mind. But we have a couple of topics that we want to talk about today. We're going to be getting into Jaguar Wright and Tasha K. We're going to be talking about Takashi 6ix9ine, and we're going to be talking about some other stuff. But the first topic that I do want to talk about, we have reached the number of 500,000 people that have died in this country due to COVID-19. 500,000. And my heart breaks because we did not have to get there. We could have had numbers really low. Because of the failure of the previous administration, 500,000 Americans' lives lost. And what really made my heart break is that from the previous administration, they did not take it serious. They did not listen to the scientists. It was such a political thing with wearing masks in this country. And so today, Joe Biden came out and he did a moment of silence for all the victims. They had a candles all out. I was watching that and I was tearing up because I know people personally that I've worked with. I went back to a nursing home, and the people that I remember, they are no longer there. They lost their lives from COVID. So this virus is very real. It is very serious. And when I'm seeing from some people, they still want to go out and club hop. My roommate the same way. I'm still going to the club, still going out to travel. I'll be like, bruh, it's a pandemic out there. So you want to be cautious on going out to clubs, going out to traveling because it's still a pandemic. I know for myself, I don't travel. My grandmother, she turned another year. She reached another year. I believe she's 80. Let me get my age of my grandma. I used to have it all the way together because I got to send her a birthday card. Okay. How old is my grandmother? She is 86. Is it 86 years old? So I was going to go out into Chicago and surprise my grandmother by traveling, but I thought about it. It's a pandemic. So I'm not going to put nobody else at risk or myself. And I told my roommate, I said, listen, you come up in here and you catch the Rona, you're going to have to be outside in the backyard somewhere. Let's not go out and travel, but he still do what he do because, you can't tell grown people nothing. I'm very cautious on it because it's a virus that's still going. I was just watching somebody on YouTube. They was out at a party just dancing, no mask, by the way. They humped up in there, DJ playing the music. There's hey, that's out there said a whole bunch of hey, and there was a YouTuber out there dancing with no mask. And then when they saw the camera was on, then let me put on my mask. And then once the party got on, all in there, they started dancing, took the mask off. So you need to be very cautious on being out there with no mask. And stop going to these crowded events and clubs. Unless you have gotten the vaccine, Even when you got the vaccine, still wear your mask, still social distance. Don't be out there traveling. Don't be out there partying because it's a pandemic. Why would you feel if you go to the club? Hey, okay. Then you get the news. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, chicken breast. We just here to inform you you have test positive for the Rona. You gonna feel bad. And don't let them have to stick the machine, the thing down your throat because you wanted to go to the party. You got to be very, very cautious. Now, if you do go, make sure you social distance, make sure you wear a mask, make sure it's not too crowded. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been tempted to go out. And I'm not even a going out type of person, but I've been in this house. I said, I'm going out to the club. It was a little bar. And I'm glad I did not go to that bar because my neighbor told me, they said, that bar, the neighbor came up to me. He was like, you was going to go to that bar? I'm going to tell you right then and there. They don't like your kind of people. I'm not no racist, but those, some type of bar I was going to go to, they're not fun of my people. So I'm glad I did not go to that bar. Because I was going to go, and my neighbor was like, you was going to go there? I was like, and I'm so glad I didn't go because, so glad I stayed at home. And I didn't go. So, yeah, you got to be very cautious going out there in these streets, okay? Because you're very, very cautious. So be very cautious if you're going out. I know in Dallas, all the girls, okay, it's an event going on, I think, this weekend, and my DMs was popping. Wiley's, you coming out? Wiley's, you coming out? First of all, don't hit me up if I'm coming out if you ain't got no price to it of booking me to be an MC. I'm not coming out for free, okay? And then another reason, it is a whole pandemic. I don't want to be in no room crowded with bottoms or with tops in a crowded, musty, sweaty room. This is a whole pandemic. People sneezing, people coughing, people got their butts all out. I'm not coming, so don't call me or try to invite me. I'm not coming. Not at all. I don't care who it is. Don't call me unless you calling to book me for an event. Now, if you book me, I'll be up in that club with my Black Lives Matter mask. Hold up. I'll be up right. You book me and get my booking fee. I'll be right out there. Okay, what's up? Oh, yes. Welcome to the event. Yeah. I'll be right there with my mask. I got a shield in my trunk. I put on my gloves, my hand sanitizer. You book me for a check, then I go. But if you ain't booking me, don't call me. I don't hang out with the rest of the people like that. I'm a whole online personality. I have 200 and some odd people from around the world that are watching me. I don't just go out to clubs for free. I'm definitely not going out to clubs. I don't go out. So when I do get booked, then I can tell my people, hey, y'all, I'm out here. Come out and support me, But as of right now, I'm sitting right here in the chair. I'm not going out and putting myself at risk. Okay? Because it's a virus out there. You better turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, stay down somewhere because it's a virus out there. Now, I don't mind you going to church. Now, let me say this, though. With people that's going, I'm going out to church. Still wear your mask. And if you sick running a fever, don't go to church. Stay at home and quarantine. Because everybody ain't got the power like that. So you stay at home and say, Bishop so-and-so, I got a little fever. I got some chills. Don't take your hind part down there to church and you got a fever. Let the preacher know so he can pray for you over the phone. Now, unless you got power, unless you are a believer, unless you got a good prayer life. Now, if you got a good prayer life and you got some power, then you do what you got to do. If you a believer, you got the power, then go right ahead. But if you know you ain't got no power, ain't no fire shut up in your bones, your prayer life ain't hitting on nothing, you stay at home. Don't you come bring your sick behind, and definitely don't come sit next to me sneezing. Don't you come over here. How you doing, brother? You might get hit. Okay, don't you come on. Oh, you bet not. Definitely don't even try to sit on my roll. Hey, brother, give me a kiss. I'm not giving you no kiss. Now, get away from me. I'm just telling you right then and there, because don't be doing all that. And y'all know in church, we praise the Lord. That's I haven't been to church because I like to shout. I like to speak in tongue. Come on, somebody. And I sweat when I go to church. When I go to church, baby, I sweat. I roll over the carpet. You can't be, it's a whole pandemic and everybody ain't got it like that, you know? So that's why I don't go. I do want to go to church, you know, when the church doors open up, where it's safe to go, I'm gonna go. But I do praise the Lord sometimes when I remember to go online and see some of the preachers. I do go online and I watch preaching and I praise him shata in my bedroom, okay, or in my living room, okay. That's one thing that I like about going to church online. You ain't got to worry about putting on no suit. You don't have to worry about putting on no bow tie. You can literally around be butt naked and praising him in your nakedness. You can praise him in your naked. I feel free. You know, you ain't got to worry about putting on no hat. You ain't got to worry about putting on your snakeskin shoe. You can be butt naked. Woo, glory, 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 right? You can just be, I'm telling you right there, you can be butt naked and just be shouting and praising them all day long. Okay? Only reason why I put on clothes because I got to come on live. Now, if I had an OnlyFans live show edition, it would be me with no clothes on breaking the news to you. But I'm saying this to help you right down in it because it is a pandemic. So, but I do want to go to a church. I do want to go to a church right now. I do. I miss going and just shouting. Don't you miss that? I miss running. I used to run in the aisles. I love the Lord. I love the Lord. Thank you. Thank you. I love yelling. I miss that. I love giving God the praise. It's all about arms just stretching out and just praising him, closing my eyes, just praising him. I miss it. Don't y'all miss that? I know I miss it. Woo. I feel like shouting right now because I miss it. It's just down in my belly. You know, I do miss it. So when I do come back, I need some of my DFW producers. If you're in Dallas, if you got a nice church home. Now, if your church, if don't have musicians, don't hit me up. If your church, y'all can't sing, don't hit me up. I want to go to a good church with good singing, good musicians. You know, they got a good singles ministry. You know what I'm saying? And don't try to have me come to your church and you think I'm gonna just always sit on the same row as you. Don't do that. But if you got a nice church, you know what I'm saying? I want to get into being a minister. You know, I want to do that. You know, DM me and I come and visit. But don't be trying to. Oh, yeah, YouTube. Don't you try to. So I was just saying, but if you have a church that you want me to come to, you know, DM me and we hook up. But don't, you know, and all that type of stuff. Don't be trying to, you know, flirt with me and all that because I'm going there to hear the word. Okay. Because you will get a review. All right. It's a topic that I want to talk about before I get to Takashi 6ix9ine. Meek at Night did a topic. And I wish I had a beautiful picture up there. Y'all know how Meek at Night look. Glory. All right. Y'all know how she looked. Beautiful black woman. She went live. Woo. Every time I say her name, I smile. But she had went live and she did a live and she said, if you want me to go out and you want me to fit your schedule and I have to find a babysitter for my baby, you have to pay for the babysitter. And I said to myself, if she want me to pay for the babysitter, I'll pay for the babysitter, the school tuition, the child back taxes. I pay for it all. If that's all I need, I'm gonna hit on the DM like, well, how much it is, okay? But she said the man have to pay for the babysitter. It's not her responsibility to go out the way to satisfy your schedule. And I'm like, I pay for it, get the baby some new shoes, nails, a glam squad, whatever you want me to do. Because, Meek at night, beautiful. I give her my whole check. I had got my first check from my job today. It will, if Meek would have called me and said, Wiley, hey Wiley, can you give me your check? I would have gave it to her. It's just that's just my weakness right there. But I'm gonna move. It's just my weakness. She beautiful, All right. But she put and said that the man is going to have to pay that the man, if you want me to set up some schedule. So it's the people in that were dragging her. But I understood, like, if I say, hey, Nick, let's go out to a nice lobster date or a nice, or let's go out, hit some jazz. I got Uber Black. And she said, well, Wiley, I have my baby, so I have to get a babysitter. You know what I'm saying? Can you pay for it? And what I would do as a man, if I really want her and want to be, want this date to happen, I pay for it. Now, it can't be no more than $500. My price would be like $400-500. No more than that. I don't think it would be that more for a night. So I understood where she was coming from. You're a real man, you a pay it. But these men, these days, some of them ain't no real man like that. They gonna be like, man, what you mean I'm gonna pay for your baby? All that. That ain't my baby. I just want to take you out for a date and all that. You can't do that with Neek because she gonna cuss you out. You don't want to do Neek. And then she come on the internet and Lord, you don't want her to come on live being mad and all that and say all that and you let me move on and all that. But I understood what Nika Knight was saying. I did. I understood what she was saying. I was like, I agree with her on there. She had on that nice black was that lingerie or whatever was she selling? It's beautiful. It's just really nice. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not on her payroll and all that, but I understood what she was talking about. But you got to be a real high maintenance man or a man, have a mindset of a man to understand what that woman was talking about. You have to be conscious of if she have a baby and if she can't find and she had to pay for the babysitter, because I'm already going to have the money to pay for the dinner, to pay for the Uber Black, if we do the Uber Black or drive, whatever. I'm already going to have that in my budget because I want to make sure that I treat her as the queen for that night. That's the type of man that I am. That's how I was raised. That's how I was raised. So I wouldn't have a problem with it at all. Like I said, I would have a problem. If I had a woman like that, listen, I would work 3 to 4 jobs to make sure my wife will be well taken care of, okay? She will not have to be selling no thongs and no panties. I'm going to just tell you that right then and there. And if she want to go and sell some thongs or some pantyhose, she can go ahead and sell it. That could be her own money. But the bills, the car note, the mortgage, the stocks and bonds and investments, is going to be well taken care of. Our life insurance policy is going to be well taken care of, because that's the type of man how I was raised. I was raised from the old school. I was raised, my uncle, he instilled us in us as men to be the provider of the woman. So that's already in my mindset. If I had a woman, oh my gosh, I will definitely what? I'm going to make sure that she's well taken care of. And if she have a child, whether it's mine or not, once we are a unit as a relationship, that child will be my child as well, no matter if it's biological or not biological. That's how it's set up. I'm not going to be like, well, I'm going to just do for man and not do for you. I was not raised like that. It is. I'm going to be a provider for that mother as well as her daughter, because she come as a package, because she have a child, and you have to have that mind. And if you're not willing to do that, brother, don't deal with a woman that got a child. If you're not willing to do it, don't mess with it. That's that simple. Go to the side and stuff like that and all that. But that's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? I was raised that way. I was raised that way. They bring flowers, open up the door. That's how I was raised. I don't know no other type of way. Even if you like I told my Patreon, not my Patreon, my station people, like I had a neighbor and she was like struggling with her groceries. She had like a box. She was really trying to do it all. And I was like, I got it. her with it. And I think every man should help a woman if they have groceries and help out, unless they, you should, hey man, need any help? And, be nice, be presentable. You should have. You should help. I don't think a woman should go out and once you with a woman, she should not have to be touching no garbage. She should not have to be washing no dishes. I think the man's supposed to provide a lot of assistance. Like if your woman, this is how I believe in relationships, right? Just putting it, if Meek is at home, she cooked this big, beautiful dinner. I think it is my job as the man to wash the dishes, to take out the garbage, to mop the floor, to clean the kitchen. If she put the work in to cook the dinner, me as a man, I think it's my duty to make sure the floors is clean, the garbage is taken out, and the dishes are washed. If she took the time out to cook the dinner, that's the type of man that I am. I'm not going to see her. Well, she cook all the food, she cleaning, she washing the dish, she got to put the kids down. No, you as a man, should nobody have to tell you to do it. You as a man will actually do it. That's just how I was raised. That's just how I was, and it took me a long time to get there. Like when you live with my grandma, it took me a while to get there because at first my grandmother would clean after me, she would do whatever. And she said, Marquise, if you get married, you don't do that. Man's supposed to help the woman. You supposed to, and I started to do that more. And I will start to clean up the house and to help more. And I start to mature. But at first, I didn't care, and all that. But then when I got older, I was like, okay, a man's supposed to help provide and do all of that. And that's what I think that's what a real man's supposed to do. But a lot of guys these days, unfortunately, they're not men. They just men in age, but in mindset, they still stuck in a 16, 17-year-old behavior. They don't have a mindset of a man. They have on the age wise, yes, but mindset wise, no. They can't comprehend that. And a lot of these men have not even been taught how to be a man, how to be mature, how to be a provider. I was watching on YouTube. I don't just watch the mess, but I typically start watching YouTube videos about Ghana. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought about Mexico. I'm like, man, if I had the money, I would like to go visit Ghana. But it was a video, YouTuber, and she was a parent that moved from Texas. She moved to Ghana, and she asked the educator about the children, and he said, we allow the children, they have to go to this boarding school, right? 13, 14, whatever age, they go there, and they said, we're teaching them how to be men, we're teaching them how to be women, teaching them how to have responsibility. And I was like, that's great. A lot of guys need to be taught. They have not been taught how to be men. They have not been taught how to be how not to be providers and all of that. Just some just have not been taught that. Some have mothers, baby them and pampered them and all that. That's one thing that I do like, the fact that I fell out with my mother, and I never went to her and say, Mama, can I borrow $10? Mama, can I borrow $20? Mama, can I borrow $100? Even when I didn't have it, and I never found to myself to reach out to my mother. I remember one time I called my mom. I said, Mama, I need $300. And I just called it just as a joke. She said, well, man, I ain't really got it. Like, I was like, Mama, I'm just playing. I'm going to just put some in your cash app. That's the just type of man that I am. And I remember I called mom. I was like, do you need me to come back to Chicago, to help you, for me to get a job to help you? And she was like, no. I said, if you need me, just let me know. And I'll pack up everything and go and help you out. And it just make me feel good, to do that. But I'm not one of her children. I never called her and said, hey, Mama, let me borrow $600. Hey, Mama, pay my rent. Oh, hey, Mama, pay my car note. Hey, Mama, buy me some new shoes. My mother never have gotten a phone call for me to do that. And she would do it if I would ask her, but God gave me the health and the strength to do these things. And so I'm going to do it and make sure that I don't spend everything, so I don't have to call Mama to pay my bills. Like, I got a cable bill. I don't think it's right for me to call my mama. Hey, Mama, how you doing, Mama? I want you to pay my $100 cable bill. You got it. I'll give it back to you. Knowing that you're not going to give it back to you. Knowing that you just sitting there just throwing shade, you ain't gonna go back there and give it back, give it. I've seen it into it. You know what I'm saying? I wish, excuse me, my brothers, I wish that they have that mindset, you know what I'm saying? And they have children. And I always tell them, I said, listen, you are a father, and it's your responsibility to be the man of that household. It is not mama responsibility to always do it. You know what I'm saying? Even if she offered, you should be able to turn that down and to be a provider for your family. It is not the responsibility of your mother to take care of you and help to always take care of your kids. That's just too much pressure to put on your mama. Don't do that, because I don't do it, but it goes in one after other. And I said, and they know not to hit me up because it's a standard. Because if you hit me up for some money, I'm gonna tell you, and my brothers and sisters know, when you call me and try to hit me up for some money, I ask questions, and I'm like, what do you need that for? Why didn't you get no assistance? Where did you do with all the money? How much money you make it? It just don't make no sense. Y'all got two incomes in there. How you do that? You get food stamps. Why you need and they don't like, because I ask a lot of questions. I don't just give out my money. Well, I think you need to be working another double. I think you need to stop smoking all that weed. That just don't make no sense. What comes first? The feed, and then weed money is for people that got the money, and you can have money to splurge. If you ain't got money to splurge, then you shouldn't be smoking no weed. Okay, get you a piece of paper and roll it up and light it up and pretend like it's weed. But if you ain't got the money to smoke no kush, then you shouldn't smoke no kush. I'm not gonna give you money for you to go smoke you some kush. If you want to smoke you some kush, go on and work another double and work. Just get you a job. This should just be your kush and your loud money. Come on now, some of y'all know what kush and loud is. Don't try to get up here and talk about you don't know. And I have some of my subscribers, they be working 3-4 jobs, and they be taking care of their grown kids. That's healthy. That's healthy. It's a standard. Like, you got to be like, listen, y'all are grown adults. Y'all ain't no kids no more. Take care of yourself. Mama get older. Mama, this is too much pressure on and that's why I see a lot of women. I see a lot of women, they get depressed and sad and stressed out and older because they are still taking care of their adult children. They are grown, and you think that you're helping them. You think that what you're doing is so right, and it's breaking your body down. Because you need to be telling them, get up and get your own job and do that. Pay your own rent, and I'm not doing it. Stop having all these kids, and mama, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that you got to come out of retirement and help your kids out because they still want to have babies. Like, come on, it got to be some type of structure. And I know I'm preaching, but I'm going to say what I'm going to say before I move on to the next topic. That is just how, and I see a lot of people, they struggle with that. And they be like, man, why I struggle with it. And you need to go into God in prayer. And then you have to be honest and sit your children down, your adult children, speak to them as adults and tell them, this is too much pressure for me as a mother to keep providing for you, and you grown and you healthy. You know what I'm saying? If you can go out here and screw and have babies, you can get the job. If you can go out here and screw and get pregnant every 6 to 9 months, you got another baby, you can get you a job. That pressure should not be on your mother. I don't care if you want to say it's judgment or not. It shouldn't be on your mama every day that she babysitting. You ain't going to job. You with your man house, you gonna have another baby. And then the man that you pick, they ain't provided. Mama, grandma gotta do it. Okay? And I've been in places like that. Man ain't nowhere to be around. It's the family that gotta be around. I remember one time I had my sister, she had her baby, and I was excited. I was bad stuff. I was really, really excited. And then I stopped. I had to pause for a minute. And I was like, I'm getting used because she's still out here want to have fun and she don't want to get no job. And we're doing all this stuff. But I didn't care because, you know, that's my niece. That's my goo-goo gaga I was getting used, I had to tell my sister, I'm like, hey, sis, we here to help you. But while we here, go to Kennedy King College and get you an associate degree, go get you a bachelor's degree, go get your nurse's license or something while you still got family members that are willing to help you. So take advantage of that season of help by going to help yourself. So when the help is gone, okay, you will have something there to help you through your time and to help you to be a provider for your children. Because, I don't mind helping my sister or my brother, have kids, stuff like that, because I'm not cruel. But you will be questioned, and especially if you're a man. Oh, Wally, I need this and I need this, baby. I would. I've helped them out with a lot of things, and I don't mind helping. But it ain't your family responsibility to take care of your kids. My famous speech is, it is no law that is in the books that I have to provide for my nieces and nephews financially. What it is just a courtesy, and I can help if I want to. I have a choice. Don't make me feel like it is my responsibility, because it ain't my responsibility. Now, a good niece, a good uncle, a good aunt will assist. I don't if you want to assist, but it's not your responsibility to take care of your siblings' children. Amen. Let's move on. I just was preaching. Let's go to the topics. All right. And we will put timestamps in here. Let me get to Takashi. Ooh, do I have his picture up, producers? Let me see. Because we talked about him already, but we had to talk about him again. So Meek Mills went to his lawyers. Mind you, Takashi 6ix9ine put Meek Mills in a song. Boom, boom, boom. I go still put him in a record. Meek Mill attorney reached out to Takashi 6ix9ine team and say, take Meek Mill out the video because these people are laughing at him. And I was sitting down speaking into my Roku remote, because sometimes I talk on my Roku remote as like I'm Oprah, like a TV host. And I was talking into this Roku remote. And I said, how are you, Meek Mill, saying that you don't deal with snitches and authorities, and you reaching out to your lawyer to snitch on Takashi 6ix9ine? You supposed to be street. You supposed to be hood. You supposed to be about that life. You supposed to be gangster. You supposed to be gang. And you reaching out to your lawyer to tattletale because you don't like that your video, your likeness, yourself is in the video. But you going to your lawyer. But you so hood. You don't deal, you don't snitch, you don't go to the po-po, you all, and you still doing it. So, and my thing is this, and I say this humbly to Takashi, what he does, he's so wise as a genius and trolling, and he put it in his music. What gets me with Meek Mill is admit that you are a rapper, a businessman, and you're no longer street. You can't say you street, you'll pull up, you got this, or you gonna say to my face, and you got security. You can't dish Takashi 6ix9ine standard of having security guards when you 6ix9ine when you Meek Mill got security, right? And most of these rappers, they talk all that stuff, they got security. It's nothing wrong with having. I think you should. If you worth $1 million, if you a multi-million-dollar empire, a brand, you should have some security to protect the bag. You know what I'm saying? If I come into a lot of money, you think I'm not going to have security? Yes, I'm going to have security. But these rappers be putting up a persona. And Meek, you should never had a beef with Takashi. You should have shut up, because he's making you look like a joke. He's making you look weak. He's making you look weak. It's a joke, and he's bringing down you in the street. He's bringing that street in the streets. People are laughing at you because you're allowing this person with a tattoos, rainbow color hair make you look weak. And then what do? You go to your lawyers. Take down the video. It's a copy right here. Next thing you know, Meek Mill gonna be like Cardi B going to the courtroom. Cardi B was getting up here and talking about how gang she is, how she is, how bad, and where did she went? All right. Give me a second. Can y'all hear me? Because I know I blame. You go in the courtroom. All right. So what's really gonna happen? Meek Mill probably will sue Takashi 6ix9ine. Can you all hear me in the chat? I don't know. Let me know. Probably will go to the courtroom and say, "Hey, I'm in the court. I'm going to the courtroom. He don't take the video down. You're gonna be in front of the judge and all that." Because Takashi not gonna take the video down. Not going to take the video down. He's not gonna do it. All right. He's not going to take it down. The millions of views are there. People know who he is. They already laughing at Meek Mills. It was funny. It was a joke. What Meek Mill should have ran up on him and took that phone out of his hand and broke the phone. Should have did something because you hard. You a thug. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you a thug and all that. I'm just saying. You that's what you said you is. You said you a thug. Oh, is it blurry? Give me a second. Oh, it should kick back in. This is their like literally their system. Give me a second, you guys, before we get to let me see what's going on. They say it's blurry. So let me come back in. Give me a second. I'm gonna leave and come. There we go. Because it had froze up. So I want to know if it come back. All right. Share the live. Let me see if it's gonna see if we back. All right. It's still froze. Uh-oh. It's still kind of blurry. Let's see if it getting better. All right. Anywho, my apology. It's StreamYard, y'all. It's not me. I want to say that. So Takashi, Meek Mill, do your job. What's going to get Takashi 6ix9ine? I said it on Station Head. He have not done a tour yet. He's not on the stage. He's very guarded. When you see him, he got a security guard, 3 or 4 on the floor level, 6 or 7 of them up there surrounding him. But how he's going to get got and when they're going to find him slipping is when he get on that stage and when he get on that stage to perform. That is probably going to be one of the reasons why he's going to get slip up. Is I think when you see him traveling and what's going to do it, a lot of venues are not going to deal with Takashi 6ix9ine for concert. They're going to lose a lot of money because when he get on that stage, it's when you're going to hear reports. Oh my gosh, it was and unfortunate because it's not speaking on is because he's playing around with it. You know what I'm saying? He's playing around with it. You're tap dancing around it. You play in this culture. If you go back to the history with these rappers doing all that and doing all this, these rappers, especially like a Takashi, and if I don't want no harm to come to Takashi 6ix9ine at all. I do not want no harm to come to him at all. But if that day come that he loses his life because of this, people are not going to have sympathy. They're gonna use this and say, this is why we try to warn Takashi to stop with the trolling, to stop with it. And unfortunately, he need to troll. He need to argue. He need to troll these dead rappers and rappers that's alive. It's because he have no other talent because his music, unfortunately, have not evolved. It is the same type of music. And I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it. He's the Chris Brown of rap. And what I mean by that, when you listen to Chris Brown R&B music, Chris Brown typically do not evolve with his music. It's the same type of sound, same type of songs, same type of runs, similar type of melodies. And that's what I get from Takashi 6ix9ine. And when you look at the women, the fake boobs, fake booty, rainbow colors, and all of that, and it gets views. But for me as a fan, his music is just the same. It's the same melody, the same thing. And it's no offense towards Chris Brown, but when I hear his music, it's same type of melody, same type of sound. I think he need to work with a different type of group of writers, right? Because I think Chris Brown is kind of stuck, and I don't like saying that. he kind of like stuck with the music in my opinion. He kind of stuck with it and all that, and that's just what I want to say about that. Okay. Let's talk about Tasha K. Do I have her I don't think I have Tasha K picture up here. I thought I had it. Okay, yeah, I do it. Okay. All right. Let's get to Tasha K and Jaguar Wright. So yo, Jaguar Wright's husband and Jaguar Wright and her husband with the expired ticket sticker on the car, right? They're running around with an expired sticker, right? It expired like in August of last year. So they're driving around trying to find Tasha K house, right? So she's in there and said, "Oh, I'm gonna serve Kibi Studios." And I've talked to some people over there with Kibi Studios, and they're not worried. The sad part about it is, they're on high alert because you do have a woman with a mental illness that is homeless that is driving around and trying to find trouble. I do want to read a statement from Tasha. If you all bear with me, I do want to read it to you all. But she pretty much shared this and she deleted it. I should have screenshot it. But pretty much what she said, listen, you come to my house, it won't be pretty. You come to my door. My address is pretty much public. And it is. I think that with Jaguar Wright, she ain't crazy to show up to Tasha K house. This ain't Tina, right? You show up to Tasha K house in Georgia, she have a right to defend her house. So don't be a fool. And your husband just as dumb as you. You don't supposed to be driving, talking about going to somebody's house and they got weapons and security and all in Georgia. In Georgia. Driving around with your sticker that's expired. Why don't you come back to Texas and go to the DMV and renew your sticker? Why are you up there trying to do it? Now, don't you try to come up to Tasha K house because you put your life and your husband's life in jeopardy. Because you come to my front door with that foolishness, you really gonna be crying. And then the news going to be out. Breaking news. We are standing outside of YouTuber Unwind with Tasha K home. A woman came up to the door and tried to address Unwind with Tasha K, and the neighbors claimed that they heard 3 gunshots went out. As we can see right here, that the singer Jaguar Wright came to the house and all of that. So we're going to talk to Tasha K. What's up? Why no? So Jaguar Wright is a mentally ill woman, came up to my home and with my husband and my beautiful children. And, I had a right to defend myself. I'm going to interview. Eventually it's going to happen. You come there, she could blast your way. You don't be going up to nobody's house. Why in the world you homeless, ain't got nowhere to go, and you doing all that driving? Who in the world is funding them their gas money like that? You should be trying to ask Tasha to help you with your brand. I wouldn't have messed that brand up with Storm and Tasha. I'm sorry. They could have actually helped Jaguar Wright. She could have been in the background singing songs and stuff like that. Jaguar Wright's husband could have been a cameraman at Kibi Studios. Why are you going to try to mess that up? And I told a YouTuber, I said, do you not know how Tasha K can help you and opportunities you can see? Just look at Storm Monroe. I don't understand that. How you homeless ain't and you drive? We on our way to serve Kibi Studio. And I'm looking like I'm like, please go up to that. And I'm telling them, I'm like, if you go up to hell, go right ahead because they are ready. They are ready. As soon as you come up and drive with that hoopty. So just drive up. All right. Did you see what happened to that lady and set it off? Did you see what happened to Queen Latifah? It set it off. Did you see? Just a bit. I can just see now. You go right ahead trying to drive up there, and you and that husband go in like Queen Latifah and set it off. Like, don't be doing that. And see, the thing about it is, and I say this humbly, and I'm really praying for Jaguar Wright, because you know what I'm saying. She probably ain't bathing, and she's probably highly manic, and her husband is just driving on an expired sticker. She's talking about she's going to the police, and I'm like, you ain't pulled up, because she know that Tasha K and her security forces ain't gonna play around with her. And then you live streaming, and the bloggers are just looking. And they not gonna tell they not gonna tell Jaguar Wright to go home, because they entertained by it. They entertained by it. But I'm from the streets. Don't be up there just driving around. Pull up. You want to do all that driving. Pull up. Don't be just circling around. Don't just circle around and they pull up. If you want to come up, pull up and all that type of way. I can just see Tasha K right now with a big old wine bottle. With a big old wine. I gotta see her now with a big old wine bottle. I just, like, I don't want to see no harm. Because it's just really sad that they are just driving around to state to prove a point. You lost in this battle. It's like, at first, Jaguar Wright had power in her words. You know, people were, and now it's a joke of what she's doing, right? And it's dangerous is what she's doing too. Come up in there. And if you come to somebody's house, they have a right to defend their property. And I'm right. Do we have anybody here in Georgia? What is the laws in Georgia? That place is three places I ain't about to play with you. Florida, Georgia, and Texas. You come to somebody's home, baby, you don't know what you about to deal with up in them, because the 3 states. All right? And just get you some help. And she ain't even monetized what she doing. So Tasha K is not worried. She live in a beautiful neighborhood, and we pray for her protection, and we pray for the protection of her family. Okay, it's stand your ground in your home. Yes, okay, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see that. Nothing like, I don't want to see that. Jaguar Wright. I don't want to see you be doing it. Go home, and unfortunately, go to the nearest shelter. Go to Red Cross, Salvation Army, and get you some help. Or go to Grady Hospital. Ain't Grady Hospital down there in Georgia? Go on to Grady, admit yourself, you and your husband, with them ugly shades, and get you some help. Because this ain't entertainment, because you're playing dangerous ground. Because if you show up to somebody's home, I can't help you with that. That ain't entertaining. Is Grady Hospital down there? Can she go to Grady Hospital? Maybe, it really is all over a documentary. She interviewed people that you should be pulling up on is Miss Tina. She the one that got you together. You should be pulling up on your ex-husband or your son. They the one that said it, or your cousins. They said that stuff, and your niece. They said that. Why you up there coming at Tasha? It was your own family that threw you under the bus. Your son going back to Miss Tina's house. Let me tell you something, Tina, because what Jaguar Wright wants, she want a confrontation with Tasha K. She want to come up to Tasha K home, and she want to grab her phone and just troll her. Let me tell you something, Tasha K. You came after my family, and let me tell you this, Tasha. This is what she wants. She wants a show. And her husband is just as foolish because he's doing the driving. And he thinks it's funny. Musty probably stank. I bet you them seats of that car smell like ass and sweat and cigarettes, dog shit. I could just imagine them car. I could just imagine them seats. They doing all that. Go somewhere and take a hot shower and sit down somewhere. See, when you got your own house and you got a place to stay, and you know, you ain't got no time to be just driving around the house stinking. I mean, driving in a car stinking, trying to find trouble with a YouTuber that interview your family. And I'm just saying, with an Aspire sticker, that I looked at the sticker, go back to the sticker of the car and pause it. That sticker expired August 2020. We in February 2021. Okay. I don't know them folks been bathed. I don't know it like they stink. Now I don't understand that. Did you see it? Okay, I know. I said that's an Aspire sticker. See, you see in Texas, they gotta mail you your registration. You gotta go take your car to somewhere to renew it. They gotta check, make sure ain't no problems to renew your sticker. But you gotta have a house for them to send the letter. They probably ain't got no house. They can't send it to the car with the dog and stuff. No. I know how it is because I have to renew my sticker. You got to go and get it checked. But before you renew it, before you get it renewed, you gotta you gotta get your car checked. And if any problem, you fail the service check, if you fail it, the test, you have to get whatever fixed. Because I remember I took my car there to get checked, and one of my lights were out, and I had to get it fixed in order to get my registration. Yes, I had to get that inspection. I had to get an inspection before you could renew your sticker. That I had to get the emission test. Well, you know the type of test I had to go get. It was a beautiful, beautiful woman that did it. Here you go, Mr. And she calls me Mr. Wiley. I go there to her shop, and I went to her shop, to get checked. Oh, Mr. Wiley, you got to get your light need to be. I'm like, it's okay. All right, I got to get that check. Beautiful woman. All right, but let's go to we'll go to the phone lines and we'll let you all call in. All right, and those are the topics that we had today. We had some other stuff, but we made it to our time. I'm gonna let you all call in today for that. We also personally would like to thank Tasha K. Thank you so very much to Tasha K for putting us on a list of blogs that she watched, and we want to personally thank her for showing us that love. We want to personally thank all the winos for following us and showing us love. Thank you to the DMs that I'm receiving from people that first time watchers of our show. We want to say thank you for that and everything. I can't wait to meet her. One day I really can't wait to meet her and to collaborate with that sister. I think it's going to be incredible for the culture, for it, because I'm gonna look really nice. I'm gonna when that happened. Okay. Let me open up the phone lines, okay? Who can you imagine? I'm going out to travel and I see Jaguar Wright just driving around in circles. Oh, child. Okay. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing y'all. It's going to be great. The car registry can't be sent to the car because the car doesn't have an address. Right. I'm telling you, it was an expired. You up there going there, you need to come back to check, go to DMV, get your that sticker and stuff checked. The police should have pulled them off for having that expired sticker. I'm gonna open the phone lines and let you all call in. Okay, I want to hear from you, Voice of New York. I want to hear from you, Icon from New York. I want to hear from all the callers.
Your show
Wendy
now,
William
press
caller,
1. To hear
all the
important
callers that
instructions,
calls over
press
here at the Wiley
Your
Show.
show is
You're
scheduled to
watching in the
start in
bushes.
16 seconds.
I want you all to call in and stuff like this. Okay, I bet the car and her and that this is what I'm talking about. Let me drink a little bit more because I know it's playing in the back.
We are sorry, but we are experiencing a problem with our system. Please try your call again later or report a problem through the Blog Talk Radio webpage.
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
To the phone lines. Oh, I thought I hooked up. I didn't know it. Give me a second, you guys. All right.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Let's see. Give me a second, you guys.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Blog Talk Radio.
6ix9ine call you. Oh, excuse me. Woo, excuse me. 6ix9ine, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Hi, Boo.
Hey, who is this? I thought this was Jaguar Wright calling in. I'm like, where you driving at? Are you in her backyard? Can you imagine that? That is like so funny to me that, you just in a car just driving around the country. I would get a coin from that. I can see, go live, do videos and go, get a coin for doing all that. Because that's expensive. Paying for the tolls, paying for gas, car maintenance and all of that. Doing all that. But what you got to say about the subject we talked about today?
She probably stole the car, Wiley. Car probably stolen. I ain't even gonna hold you. But I just called to tell you that I love you. I don't care nothing about no damn Jaguar Wright, whatever the hell her name is, because she's not paying my bills and I ain't paying hers. So I just called to tell you that I love you. And you're right about family members, how they just be calling you. They want you to do stuff. Because I have family members and they be calling me, asking me, can I give them money? I was like, bro, you don't even have money to give me back. They be like, can I borrow?
No.
But you don't have nothing to give me back. So how you borrowing it? Nah, I'm good.
Right. And I had to put that message out. It's all about boundaries, you know what I'm saying? And then you don't want to always be asking, putting your hand out, ask people for help all the time. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get a job, get an education, and don't keep bringing in all the children, bringing in kids, and you couldn't afford the first one. Be very cautious of that because children is expensive. That's an expense. Milk is expensive. Bread is expensive. Daycare expenses are expensive. That stuff is not cheap.
It ain't cheap, but they like to live off the government, so they ain't thinking about that.
Right. A lot of times too and you have those that are conditioned to be on those programs. And I had one to tell me, I'm not going to school. I'm not getting a job. I'm not about to get off this good programs and mess up my Section 8. I said, you won't mess these opportunities up. You should use that to help before you don't have to stay on it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to say, oh, there's nothing wrong getting on food stamps. I've been on there. I needed it at the time. I wasn't working. So I had to get emergency food stamps. And I was on it for like a month because I didn't have a job. So I don't have a problem with using it temporarily, but I do have a problem with if you're abusing the system. That's why I have a problem with it.
I don't really think that they should give like stuff like that to people who really do have a job and working like minimum wages and still can't, because you can have a job and still can't pay all your bills.
All facts. I remember when my grandmother went to the public aid office, and mind you, the public aid office in Chicago is packed. It's a lot of people. She went there. We went there. She told all her business, everything that required, and they only gave her $10 for food stamp, just $10. And she's on a fixed income. And I remember I went there and I had to go a couple of days because the line was long and I had no kids. And they denied me in Chicago. But when I got to Texas, I got approved, for it because I ain't had no job. But I said, let me just go ahead and just get a job. I went on and got me a job because I don't want to get dependent on these programs. You know what I'm saying? But if I need it, I don't mind putting an application in, doing that interview, and getting that temporary assistance.
Me either. But like you said, people just abuse it, so they don't know, who to really trust. One apple spoiled the whole bunch.
Facts. Well, we thank you so much for calling in. Where you from, caller? Where you from?
Say hi.
Oh, where you from? Where you from, caller?
Oh, I stay in California, honey.
Oh, California. Okay, I'm about to come through there. I like California. I need to. I never been to California. I would love to visit California and see how it is up there. Yeah. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right, see you, Riley.
All right, thank you. Good God Almighty. What the world? What the world? Oh, I just got triggered. Anybody else want to call in? The number is 646-716-8447. We ain't gonna be up all day, folks. But I just got triggered. I remember I was dealing with this girl, this woman, and she was beautiful, by the way, but she had a kid. And I remember I was doing stuff for the kid. I would have, my mom said, you got to be careful because some of these women will try to take you to child support. Do you know that woman tried to go to child support and try to put me on child support? Do you not know? I want to call her another name. She wanted to put me on child support because I told her, I said, I can't do no more. I really like, and I wanted to smash, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was. Don't get me wrong. Kid, we had a great relationship, but the mother was very attractive. And I was just doing for the kid, whatever. And once I couldn't smash, the mother, I'm like, child, I'm pretty much done to doing what I'm doing here. And she tried to take me to child support. She tried to take me to child support. I couldn't believe that. I'm like, what? And that's what I learned. Like, you got to be very cautious of that because some states, even if you're not the father biologically, if the court see you taking care of the child and you're acting like you the dad, they could put you on child support. So I was very cautious of that. All she had to do was just give me some let's go to the phone lines. 0233 caller, you on the air.
Hey Wiley, how are you?
Hey.
Hi. I'm trying to figure out what was Jaguar trying to accomplish by going to somebody's house? By leaving from wherever it was where she was at to go over to somebody's house. Like what you trying to accomplish with that? Because I'm from New Orleans. You can't be coming and pulling up to people's house. Because we have a law, if you come to my house, we could drag you inside and beat your you know what, and send you on up the street and the police won't do nothing.
And it's just like really crazy because she be going to state. This woman be everywhere in that car. That car must got a good engine. That car must got a good
like
track.
You leave from the comforts of your homeless shelter to get in a hot car to drive over to somebody's house to do what?
Right. And it's like because what she wanted to create a scene. She want to go live. Tasha, I told you I'm gonna come to your house. That's what she want to do. And please don't do that because you don't do that. That's dangerous because everybody is not Miss Tina. If you go back to the documentary, that's what she did to Miss Tina. She just pulled up to her house. Tasha K is not Miss Tina. You don't know what Tasha K have. You got to be cautious of that.
I seen that part, and I was like Jaguar Wright. Like I was like her ex-husband. He's kind of fine too. I was like, man,
yeah, her ex-husband, a good man, and like he got some money. I was
like, look, I was looking like that's a good looking older man right there. I was like, all right.
And what I thought was so sexy of him is when he was paying her back taxes. He was paying her taxes, some of her taxes that she owed. I fell in love. I'm like, can we get married?
No, you know what got me? When he went and confronted Qualib, whatever his name is, and was like, bruh, I'm just here trying to work on my marriage.
Right.
Now, you know, I'm not taking nothing away from Jaguar Wright. She was a beautiful woman, like back in a Gap or whatever, but I was like, you come in, you hop on a plane, train, and a automobile to come save your marriage. I was like,
yeah, he was raised white. You can really tell that he was raised. His standard of a man was different. You can tell that he's a real man. He's a provider. He just met a no good trifling woman. Oh, he had to pay the taxes because they were married, right? And he would pay. And most men wouldn't do that. And he was paying his share because they were married, and he was paying that share. And most guys wouldn't do it, and he was doing that. So I'm like, wow. And we learned that in the Emmy Award. No, let me start. The Surviving Jaguar Wright documentary. And Tasha K did a good job with the documentary. It was a great documentary. It's like, I think that's
it was Jaguar. It was very good, and I was highly entertained. I have one more thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a hand up, not a hand out. Food stamps, all that other stuff. That is to help you so that you can get on your feet. My daughter father has not paid child support since Clipper was a puppy, and now Clipper a big red dog. And I still have yet to see a penny, but that's okay because the minute I had my daughter, I made the decision I was going to get up, go back to school. I got my degree. I'll be going back to school to get my master's degree next month. I have a very good job, and I'm grinding for me and mine. I was on food stamps for that little while. I live with my parents, and now I'm about to buy my own home. So I just feel like I have to do. As a woman, as a mother, I have to do what I have to do for mine regardless. Whether he want to be there. It was my baby birthday Friday, and my daughter did not get a phone call.
Wow.
No phone call, no text, no bird, no, not even a pigeon. I ain't even get a pigeon with a note that said happy birthday. But you know what? My daughter still had a good time, still had everything that she had ever wanted. So that's all I have to say.
Right.
It's good. The programs are good, but don't mess it up for everybody because I needed it. When they had it, I needed it. But now, I'm in a good position.
All right. We thank you so much, sister, for calling in.
All right, Wiley. Good night.
Good night. Child, when you on these phone lines, these people, they will get to talking. Let's go to the next caller, 5840, call you on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wally. I was just in the bushes and I heard you just mention my name, so I just had to call in just to give a little 1 cent with the Jaguar, right? What's her end game? Like, why would you drive to Atlanta, allegedly just drive to Atlanta? Did anyone see her? Because you said it earlier on Station Head. Did anyone see her go to the police station?
No, I didn't see it.
In front of?
We didn't see her in front of Tasha K's house.
Is this just here?
It's just her just driving in some neighborhood.
She's just chasing clout.
She's just chasing clout and talking because she ain't crazy. Jaguar is crazy, but she ain't that crazy.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous. And furthermore, you're doing this on a public platform, okay? Tasha K would be scared for her life, so she had every opportunity to do whatever. Don't go on Tasha K property, okay? Because you remember the process server. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
She thought was shit because she didn't know. Yeah, you can't be going on people's property now, and then you broadcasting it. So I hope Tasha K at the end of the day is recording all of these for her proof.
Yes, I remember because the process server came there, and Tasha was like, "Do you know how black?"
I can't quote her, but she said, "I was shoot."
Oh, she said, "I'll blast you away" or something like that. And they put that in TMZ. Like, sir, did you not know that?
because Tasha K is a big entity. She's
Right.
well known. Like she do a lot of celebrity gossip. She like so you can't be doing that. So she has to stand her ground. I don't know if Atlanta is standing your ground like Florida is, but come on, you can't be doing that nonsense.
And you can't be coming to
You need
somebody's
to
house.
find out why you only have 9.
Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, Jaguar Wright needs to find out why she only have 9,000 subscribers. Like you're supposed to have way more.
She should have 90, 100,000.
Like,
you know why she only
figure
have
that part out
9,000?
then.
Is because when she was hot as hot cakes out the oven, she did not build her platform. She should have, when she went on Storm on the Road channel, she should have said, and I also have the Jaguar Wright show. We have a podcast. We'll talk about this stuff in more detail. That's what she should have did. Her calling out the industry. What messed her up is that she started to battle with the people that gave her more exposure on YouTube. I just don't understand that. She went on all these YouTube channels, giving them the clout, giving them the attention. They're getting the subscribers. She should have been building her own channel. So whenever I go to like Storm or Tasha, they don't have to worry about, well, y'all, one day I'm gonna have already the infrastructure is there. The show is there. The platform is there. So you would bring more listeners. She had a great stories, whether it was a true or not. She's a great storyteller. She should have kept that going on her own YouTube channel, telling us tea about the business. And she did a beautiful interview with Lunel. You remember
I agree with you 1,000%.
But she would go on these other YouTube channels.
I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000% with that. Because when she first came out and she went to a Storm Monroe, I was so anxious for her to have her own platform on YouTube, because everyone don't have Instagram, everyone don't have
they
Facebook.
Don't have, right.
But you came on YouTube, so you're supposed to get all that YouTube crowd.
Yeah, and she had it because
she did not profit from
other
that.
people,
and that was so stupid. And she is going on all these other she's going on all these other YouTube channels that's not really helping her.
No, and they're not
telling
her.
In my humble opinion.
No, they're not. She's making them
and
money.
Like now, like when she comes on, I'm not even anxious anymore. You get what I'm saying? Because it's dying down. It's wearing off.
It wearing off. Now we ain't worried about Mary. We ain't worried about Talib Kweli. And Talib is, I think, divorcing his wife. She could have said some tea about that, broke that down. But she too busy getting in her car with that expired plate or a sticker, trying to worry about where's Tasha K going. Trying to find Tasha K house.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, get over it now.
That's what I don't understand.
Tasha K moved on.
Tasha K had literally moved.
At the end of the day, Tasha K gained from this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because she lost some subscribers and then she gained back. Plus more.
She did gain her subscribers.
And Tasha K is winning.
And more. And she have just been doing interviews. That Jaguar Wright piece, that documentary was great for Tasha K brand, because it showed that, me and my notes, it showed that Tasha K is not a one trend pony. You know what I'm saying? It's not as she does the when I look at Jaguar Wright, she can make a lot of money because the woman she's a black woman, number one, and she speaks very well, and she can sing. But she's too busy just wasting her talents driving around these neighborhoods. And then they say, oh, she went to Tasha K old neighborhood in Florida. But did you get any tea? Did you get any interviews? Did you break down and get some stories? That's the entertainment factor. Not you just around the neighborhood. Did you interview somebody? No, because she just...
And even if you did interview somebody, throw out a little snippet.
Right.
Like, keep us engaged.
Right.
Keep us engaged. Like, come on. But I don't know.
What gets
but
me with
6ix9ine, I just want to say something about 6ix9ine real quick. 6ix9ine, I think he's really playing a dangerous game, like you mentioned yesterday.
Oh yes.
Like when is enough at the end of the day? Like, you already got your money, you got your clout, you got your fame, but what he is doing, he's putting his bodyguard, his entourage in danger as well, because God forbid someone is driving and they see him and they just started shooting, God forbid.
God
You put
forbid,
other
right?
people's lives at risk that's
Right.
around you.
Because that's
Because he was on the boat and it was other people as well that he was with.
You're right about that. When he's session on that boat, all those people he putting lives, he putting in jeopardy. All those people.
Because you're live, and then people are where you're at, and they see they see the background, they see where you are. Is it's just unbelievable. But I wish everyone would just simmer down and get it together.
Absolutely. We want to thank you so very much for calling in, Icon. I haven't heard from you, but you're back on.
No problem. I'll be in the bushes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. We want to and I say this very humbly, you know what I'm saying? It could have been very great for Tasha success. I was just watching her show today and she was interviewing the author. Child, let me not. She was interviewing B. Simone have been plagiarizing people. So Tasha K been picking up these exclusive and getting people on platform. I'm like, go ahead. And I love to see Black women win. I love to see our Black people win, right? And I love to see people on the platform talking about what they're doing. And she's getting these exclusive. She got another exclusive with somebody, but y'all got to join her Patreon. And I don't talk about the stuff until it's public, okay? Unless she give me permission to talk about the stuff. But she got another interview that's coming out with the Prince interview. Ooh, that Prince interview. I'm telling y'all, I'm not gonna give y'all the details on it because y'all need to pay y'all money. But that Prince interview, it was good. Tasha K did. Tasha K did her thing. That Prince interview. I like that Prince that interview. It was really good. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It was good. All right. I want to look at the chat and all that. But I would love to see her interview Raspy. I would love to talk with Raspy. I would love to talk with that young man. But I think I don't think if it not just an interview. I would want someone like a Tasha or with her skill set, with her production skills, to do the documentary on Raspy. Because I would love to see that. Because everybody that he went to and they been not doing it right. I think if he do it on Tasha K, that would be a great thing for Tasha. That will take her either another and to interview and to really break that down for it. And I think that will be just great to just do that for Raspy. Because I think Raspy is an incredible artist. Young, he's broken, and I just think he want to be heard. And I think she should do that documentary for him. I think that would be really great. Oh, they said which Prince? The Prince from Love and Hip Hop. I'm sorry, from Love and Hip Hop Miami Prince. Okay, love and Hip Hop Miami Prince. I enjoyed the interview for that. Right. All right. Thank you all so very much in here. Touch K Raspy. It's we got something come. Okay, yes. All right. We definitely done. I was gonna talk about, they reopened Malcolm X case. No, they're thinking about reopening his case. So I might talk about that on Patreon. So people that's on Patreon, we're gonna have to talk about Malcolm X and about that case, that situation. And I want to get somebody that's like a historian that want to talk on that and speak on that. We really will break that down over there on Patreon. So I want to talk about that verse, behind Patreon, and then probably bring it up here. But it's some new evidence came out. Somebody on their deathbed pretty much came out with that. So I get into that on Patreon because I really want to say what I want to say. Toxic. are reading these comments. Any other comments y'all got in here? Because we about to go, because I don't want to be on too long. Too long. Any questions, comments? Post below in the comments, and I'm gonna read it. Raz have to have a seat. Okay, let me see. And we definitely talk about that. When are we doing Patreon? We're gonna do Patreon right after. I'm gonna go live on Patreon right after. So y'all join us over there on Patreon, and we'll go live over there right after this. Right after this. Yes. All right. We'll talk about it on Patreon. Okay. And so for people that miss it, we'll just do the replay. People, do not pin me to go in these groups. Let me say this really quickly. Do not email me. Okay, you can email me, but it's some emails circling around about a YouTuber. Let me say this. If you have an experience of certain things, you can just email me, and we'll probably talk about it on Patreon. I'm not gonna get into too much and say what I'm saying. I'm not gonna tell you not to email me, because just email me. I'm not gonna tell you to stop emailing. And some stuff we'll just get into it behind the Patreon gates. But I don't know what I'm gonna say about that. Okay. Because I'm about to slip up. Okay. Use me on every live. Yes. Want to see you. Come over. We'll be going live over there on Patreon. Okay. Yes. Because I didn't do a live over there yet. So I'm going to do a live again over there on Patreon. And also, people, don't pin me over there in Clubhouse, some of these groups. If you know people that don't fool with me, I'm not going to go in their rooms. All right? So don't pin me over there. You can let me know what's being said if something that I need to do commentary on. But don't pin me, because I'm not going to go over there. I'm not going to go on the stage, because they ain't about to just drag me on those stuff like that. No. Okay? Now, some rooms I do go in. We haven't hosted my welcome party yet. So I'm a host my welcome party. I do want to invite Tasha if she's free. I do want to invite her on my welcome party over there on Clubhouse. I want to invite her over there, and I'm probably gonna try to invite Kyle to come over there too, just to chit chat and talk for about a good 30 minutes. I don't want to hold the time, because these people are busy and stuff like that. But I do want to talk about some things over there, and I want to ask Tasha K some questions over there as well. But we going live over there on Patreon, people. They didn't kick me out of Clubhouse. I'm still over there on Clubhouse. Okay. I haven't went live on Bingo. I'm still learning how to do that. We can go live on Station. I'm sorry. Patreon right after this, because I do want to talk about the Malcolm X situation. Let me get ready. Let me set that up right now, because I do want to go live and talk about that. And then if oh, excuse me, this stuff got me burping. Let me put this in here. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here for my Patreon people. Y'all, excuse me. Who do I need to follow? Bingo producers. Yes, follow the Wiley Show. And we got to be ratchet over there too, because I heard it's real ratchet over there on Bingo. I heard it is real ratchet over there. So I'll let y'all know when we're going to start over there. But right now, we're going live over there on Patreon. I want to see y'all over there. And people, I want to talk about, I talk about a little bit on Patreon about stocks, about what stocks I got, what stocks we should get. We'll get into it over there on Patreon. And if we have any ministers, any preachers, any ministers, email me, DM me, because I want to talk to some things about it on Patreon. If you are a woman preacher, really quickly, if you are a woman preacher, a woman minister, a woman bishop, email me, because I would love to interview a woman pastor, and I want to talk to you about some things. So email me. Let me close this out. All right, we got a phone call. Oh, call back in, call. I'm sorry. Somebody just called in. Call back in. We'll bring you on. But if you're a woman pastor or a bishop, or if you got a cousin that's an evangelist, I would love to speak to a woman pastor. I would love to speak to a woman bishop. If you are that, call, email me. I would love to bring you on my show. 0195, call you on air. All right, 0195. You called in, you hung up. Call back in. We'll bring you on. 0195. Okay. All right. 0195. 0195. You live on air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Hey, I just want to say that I be watching you all the time. I really don't got no reason to call in. I just got on the last of your live and saw you here, and I was with my daughter. I'm like, let me call Wiley. He live. I could really talk to him today. I just wanted to say hi, and I love everything you do. I love you and Tasha K. I watch both of y'all faithfully, okay?
Oh,
and just keep up the good work.
Well, thank you, too. So you out clubbing? Where you at this late?
No, I'm at home. I'm at home. I just came home, and I just happened to see you live when I came on YouTube. And I'm sitting here with my daughter, and I'm like, she know I watch you all the time. And I said, wait a minute, you live, and give me your phone so I can call him off your phone. So I was just seeing if you gonna answer, and I can't believe you answered the phone.
Yeah, because you had hung up, and I was like, okay, let me get you on. But welcome, and somebody. Well, thank you, been supportive of the show and stuff like that. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. You were so welcome, and I thank you for taking my call. And I'm about to just get back in, finish watching you.
Okay, thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Thank you so much, sister.
Oh, my baby want to say hi.
Okay.
Bye, Wiley.
Bye. Bye. Oh, thank you. Oh. All right. Okay, I just posted in there Patreon people. Okay, let me send it to some of the people on Instagram that's on my Patreon but had problems getting in the chat. I love that. That's a sign that I'm gonna be having. I'm gonna be a father soon in a couple of years. It's a sign. All right, Wiley Boosie in the chat. Boosie in the chat. Where's Boosie at? Boosie is in the chat. Somebody said Boosie in the chat. Where's Boosie? Okay, I'm gonna send you the link. Okay, and I'm gonna send the other person. Check your DMs, people. I'm gonna send you the link. Oh, let me send what's saying the link. Boosie, where's Boosie in the chat? Huh? He not in the Boosie not in the chat? Who? Somebody saying Boosie was in the chat. Who? Where's Boosie? Boosie in the chat? Well, somebody said Boosie was up in the chat. Oh. Okay. All right, Boosie not in the chat. Oh, child. Yo, I thought y'all was talking about the rapper. I was getting happy. I was about to drop the link. Okay, Boosie now. Oh, child, y'all trying to throw some shade. Let me go. I'm thinking y'all talking about the real. I'm about to get into my interview mode. You know how happy I was? I was about to literally drop the link so I get my questions. I was gonna ask him about him talking about trying to fight Mike Tyson, him getting $100,000 from somebody that a certain rapper gave him $100,000. I had a lot of questions lined up. So I want to say it again. Is Boosie in the chat? Okay, let me check. All right, Boosie not in the chat. Moderators, is Boosie in the chat? Let me check my text. Give me a second. Let me check my text. Okay, Boosie not in the chat. I like Boosie if he come on my live. You talk about I'll be the top Boosie fan right here. Let him come in my live right now. Y'all play too much. I don't see our track. Child, I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna get ready to go live over there on Patreon. We're gonna talk about it, okay? But I will say this: every time I post, I'm gonna say this, and I'm about to go. But every time I post Claudia Jordan on my Patreon, on my Instagram, they drag me. They be posting clown emojis. Y'all be posting all time. Every time I get up on there, and I post Claudia Jordan on my Instagram, it seemed like people be dragging. They post clown emojis. They be I'm like, what's the problem? So I don't know what's the issue about that. But every time I post her picture, I go under the comments, and it's always something under the comments, and like every time. Okay. All right. So we'll be going on Patreon. Thank you all so very much. Peace. Subscribe. Shout out to y'all. Thank you. And I will be putting timestamps on this video after this live.